You know why you can't trust YouTubers? Because we're always spoiling some
aggregate what they can do with PST effects. And we use like the
everything is as it should be, and you are exactly where you're supposed to be right now. What's up, you black-lit geeks? It's your man BT, and I am back with another video. In this video, it is a book review of The Housemaid by Freida McFadden. Yes. I already read The Boyfriend by Freida McFadden, so I'm gonna leave that review somewhere up there so you can check that out if you haven't. But The Housemaid, it came out, I believe, in 2022. It came out in 2022, and I'm just getting around to reading it, and it was, won't say that it didn't start off really quickly. In fact, I found myself at one point early within the first 50 pages, just like, come on. It was a gradual build up, but once it built up, I'm telling you, it did not come down. I enjoyed this novel. I read this novel in 2 sittings, one 5-hour sitting and one 3-hour sitting. I turned both of those videos into read with me, so check out my read with me videos as well, and you can read along with The Housemaid. Read it while I'm reading it. You know, that's the whole point of those. I was so impressed by this novel that I went out and I picked up what's going to be my next book review, which is The Housemaid is Watching. One thing I noticed, the original book, if you look at those eyes real carefully, you will see that they are brown. The Housemaid is Watching, same cover, but the eyes are blue. I haven't read anything concerning this. I just picked it up and kept on walking. But this is basically the story of a young woman with kind of a troubled, checkered past. I'll say that, a checkered, sorted past, who needs a job in a terrible way because she's living in her small little car. Fell on rough times, it could happen. So she decides to take a job working for a wealthy family, live-in position, housemaid. More money than she's ever made. She's ecstatic. She's also on parole. You know, I gotta mention that. It becomes important later in the story. So she goes to live with this family, and by family, what do I mean? I mean a husband, I mean a wife who actually hired her, and a child, a little girl, spoiled as all get out, but of course, wealthy family has to happen that way. I'm sorry, it just has to. This is fiction, it has to happen that way. Everything that happens to this young woman in this story happens within the confines of this big mansion that she lives in, so that she now lives in, that she has a little small room somewhere in the corner of this huge house. Hence the looking out the door. I get it. I totally get the cover now. So it was definitely a page turner after the beginning. Have to kind of read through the whole story to figure out why Freida set up this story the way that she did, why it started out the way that it did. It all came full circle. I'm noticing a trend in her novels that everything always seems to come full circle. It's definitely worth the read. It was a fast read. And you know what? Since I don't want to spoil this book for you, so check out the reactions for The Housemaid by Freida McFadden. Pretty good start. Oh my goodness gracious. I love an author who has a sense of humor, you know what I mean? This book is heating up right at page 100 ends chapter 18, moving into chapter 19. It seemed a little bit cliche for a couple of chapters, but right now, at this very moment, it's hitting the fan. Okay, so the dynamic is changing. We have a subtle plot twist. Page 103. There's something changing. The whole thing is changing, constantly rearranging. I'm loving this book so far. What? That's the plot twist. I have a notion. I'm on page 117, and I have a notion about the husband. Sometimes I feel like these characters are just like so predictably naive. That's what it is. They're predictably just so naive. It's like nobody's stupid. Do you think I'm an idiot? Like I forgot about the hotel? Okay, so there you have it. Those are my oh my goodness. Tall, dark, and handsome with a little bit of rum chata in there. Man, forget about it. So I hope you guys were at least slightly entertained and can get an idea from my comments throughout the read with me what was really going on in this story. There were a lot of high points after the first quarter story. If I had to rate this novel right here, right now, I'm going to rate it a 4-star. I felt that it held the suspense the way that a novel should hold the suspense. You're not going to figure everything out. I'm noticing that she's one of these authors that will sit back and hold on to it to the very end. And you think you're smart, and I'm like, I'm not smart. I'm a 5th grader. So I couldn't figure out another one of her novels until she gave it away. Basically, I didn't have a clue. I was following along, but I didn't have a clue. But it's okay. I got a few more novels to get my Freida McFadden, ish together. Okay, so that is it for this review. I am BT Bonner, the Blacklit Geek. If you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Come on, man. It's smooth over here. I was just thinking, I got on my little jacket and everything. I'm probably going to have some little piano music going. Or something like that. I'll see you in the next video.
Aggregate what they can do with PST effects. And we usually like the